Hi guys, Chris here. The postman dropped this off today. So this is the Cube iwork8 Ultimate. It's Cube's latest Cherry Trail 8-inch tablet. It's basically just the iwork8 that has the Bay Trail, but now they've swapped out the Bay Trail and put the Cherry Trail X5 Z8300 in there. Now you can see the packaging here is a little bit different. I decided I'd show the packaging. I had some comments in one of my other videos that why don't you show the unboxing of the actual package. Well, here it is. So you can see it's a polystyrene box that looks like I'm probably about to unpack a bunch of live organs or something, like some blood packs, or maybe there's a heart in here, because it just has that kind of look to it. You expect to like find ice in there and big warning hazard, biohazard stickers all over it saying that it's blood, human blood or something like that. But no, not quite. It's just the tablet in here. So if I see if I can get into this, the packaging does offer really good protection. You can see it's had a few knocks by the looks of it, and normally, hopefully, everything's going to be all fine once I cut this open and get into the box. And hopefully not cut my fingers off. That wouldn't be very good. So I just chopped open one side there, and let's have a look how they have packaged it up. To get almost put some ice in there and a can of beer and keep it nice and cool. Okay, so everything's packaged in there just like that. We've got the power supply they have included, which is in the EU one there, for an EU plug for me. And that should be rated to 5 volts, 2 amps. So that's the standard that we see for Atom tablets. Our OTG adapter. Now this tablet only has Windows 10 on there. It isn't actually dual boot yet. I think they might update it as a dual boot version. And there's our micro USB cable. So let's have a look at the tablet itself. Nicely wrapped up. And it doesn't seem to have any damage to it. I doubt it would. So there we go. This is the iwork8. Actually just holding it upside down there. So we have a front facing camera right here. And the trim around the sides, although it looks like it's metal, it's not. It's just plastic that's painted silver to look like metal. And it has a textured back on it. So a little similar maybe to the Onda V820 WCH, which I happen to have here with me, so a little similar. The loudspeaker's actually up on the top instead of being on the bottom, so it's on the top right there, and the rear facing camera, which I think is only 2 megapixels. And if we have a look on the right side of it, so we have the power on, volume up and down. Those buttons actually look to be metal. To me, yes they are metal. And here on the top we have our micro SD card slot, which supports up to 128 gigabyte cards. We have the 3.5mm headphone jack. This is our micro HDMI port. And the micro USB, there's nothing else on there. There's a bit of a scratch there along on the left hand side, and nothing at all there. And it does come pre-applied with a screen protector, which I often see, which makes me believe that, well, it's not actually going to be scratch resistant at all, the glass on this, and then they never actually are. So have a look at the weight of the tablet. Certainly feels quite light. A little bit hard to see there on the camera, but that's 342 grams. And the thickness of it comes in at approximately 9 millimeters there. So just compare that to the Onda. You see them side by side there. They look very similar. You can see that the Cube doesn't have the Windows button there, and both of them do have rather large gaps in the screen between the glass digitizer panel and the IPS panel below. See, there's a bit of a gap there, which is normal. I mean, this is a budget tablet that sells for approximately 85 US, I think it is, or 90, around there. So Windows took a little while to boot up there. I just did that off camera. We'll have a look and see what the free space is. This is the full brightness. So we've got 20.3 gigabytes free. So I'll just put my micro SD card in the top and see how that sits in there. Okay, so it just clips in. It doesn't stick out, but easy enough to be able to pull that in and out without any trouble there having or needing long fingernails to get that in and out. So it's running Windows 10 Pro. Which is a little surprise there. I didn't expect to see it to be in the Pro version. I would assume that I just have Windows Home in there. It does say it's fully activated, and I will check out, and hopefully this doesn't have any KMS kind of activation, which would be a bit of a worry to see that because they have done that before, but KMS Pico or some sort of activation doesn't look to be on there. So it's a little unusual. Pro, well, it's all good though. It's good to see that. So I remove the screen protector and show you the screen here. Just a little more detail. So I've got a couple of demo clips that I'll run through. First off, here's some photos. So the screen doesn't look too bad. I personally find that a 1280 by 800 is okay for an 8-inch tablet. A lot of people might like the 19 by 1200 that the HA8 Pro, the Chewy HA8 Pro has, and the HA8. And this should be a trailer here in 2K. This is Gravity, I think. Okay, so that's full volume. Just coming out of this little one single mono speaker. And that is quite disappointing. So, yeah, I really wish they put maybe stereo speakers in there just to help improve things a little. One more, this is MKV, 1080p MKV. So it's playing that okay, but those speakers, yeah, they're not good at all. Most tablet speakers are pretty bad in my experience. They're quite horrible. Apart from maybe the Surface 3 speakers, they were good. The Chewy VI10 tends to have some of the better speakers I've actually heard. So I'll have a look at Device Manager that I did actually pop up before and just quickly show you a couple of things that are on there. So we do have a network adapter, I assume. Yes, it is. It's the Realtek. So this is the one that's in every single tablet from China that I've seen, literally almost. If not, it'll be the Broadcom, but it's normally this one. So it's just 150 megabits per second, wireless in, 2.4 gigahertz band there. It's not dual band, so you don't have the 5 gigabyte band on there at all. And the disk drive is a generic N card. Ooh, not too good to see that, because normally in my experience that means that it's got a BWin or a 4C brand eMMC, and they tend to have poor speeds, those ones. They can be only about 45 megabytes per second writes and reads. I just run Crystal Disk Mark 5.03 here and have a look and see what those speeds are like. So the test is just finished up here now. You can see that those write speeds are disappointing. 29 sequential write, but what's really annoying there, I think, is the 4K randoms. That is very slow, so 1.6. Has to be, yeah, one of the kind of worst scores that I've seen. But the reads aren't the worst. I mean, I have seen, the worst I've probably seen has probably been on the Chewy HI8. I think they got about 45 reads. But it didn't actually overall affect the performance of Windows. It still seemed to be about the same when you're using it, so it wasn't too bad there. So that's the unboxing and initial just first hands-on. I will have some more videos up and coming of this particular tablet here from Cube. I'll run some benchmarks and also do some gaming tests on that a lot of people like to see, just how well these tablets can also game. So keep an eye out for those in the playlist. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully catch you in those videos. Bye for now.